What's good, y'all? So we at day 16 of my 31 day challenge. And this time I decided to go down a more comedic horror route this day. And I wanted to watch Haunted House again. It was something I haven't seen in a while. There are moments in that movie that will always stick to me. It's my wife and I will laugh at certain parts to this day. But the movie as a whole, I sort of forgot about it. What was going on in this movie again? And I was thinking about it. The stuff that I remembered, it came from Haunted House 2. So I was like, dang, I think I totally forgot not totally forgot, but for the most part forgot what was going on in the first one. Dang, this movie came out in 2013. I did not know it's been that long. 12 years? It's been that long? Goodness gracious. I remember seeing this movie. I just didn't know it was that long ago. Wow. Goodness gracious. So in case you don't know, Haunted House is like a parody movie that takes a lot of other good horror movies like The Paranormal Activity, Annabelle, Conjuring, all that other different stuff into one comedy-filled horror film set up by Marlon Wayans, which I gotta give him his flowers. He's been he's been on a roll for a minute. I first saw him in the Wayans Brothers show, and maybe he was in something before then. I wouldn't know. But one thing about him, outside of him being funny, he has a lot of comedic moments. Outside of that, he's very good. He's a really good actor. Very diverse. One movie I remember seeing him in that I did not expect to see him in, and it shocked the heck out of me. Like, that movie, that sticks to you. That's a horror movie. This is a horror movie in itself, and it wasn't even meant to be. It's called Requiem of a Dream. Woo! Him, Jared Leto, I think Jennifer Connelly, and I can't remember who else was it. It was this older lady. I forgot her name. But man, that's a horror movie in itself. And it's not even meant to be. But I remember seeing him on there, and I thought he did a heck of a job. It surprised me, one, because I'm always used to him being a comedian. But to see his drama, his range, he does a good job. Whether the movie's really good or not, from that to whatever he's doing now, he's a good actor. So quick overview. Marlon Wayans' girlfriend has decided, those two decided that they should start living together, so she's moving into his house. And by the way, this plot is very simple. We're not really in this movie to see the plot. You know, it's more for the comedy and see what they do with these other horror genres in their movie. But once she moves in, they realize that their house is haunted. Stuff starts moving around the house. Marlon Wayans has his camera around recording things like The Paranormal Activity, and they notice that someone else is in there. And it starts this whole traumatic thing for them in a funny way where things are getting tossed around and they're getting messed with while they're sleeping in bed and getting pulled in different rooms and all that stuff. And it becomes this whole comedy scare for them. They decide, okay, let's figure out how can we get rid of this? How can we survive this? And it starts all these different tropes of other horror movies. They call him The Exorcist and his cousin, which personally, this is my opinion. This is just my opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. I think Marlon Wayans' cousin is the best part of this movie. Because after sharing the plot, I will say I was a little disappointed watching it again, of watching Haunted House. It wasn't as funny as I thought. It has its funny moments, like I said. It's some funny moments that I will always remember. But when you watch the movie as a whole, there's a lot of flops in the jokes. Especially one. I'll get to the cousin in a minute. But I gotta say this. Maybe it's just my taste in comedy, but I don't know what is funny about having sex with a doll. You know, like he had this teddy bear getting ready to get it in with his girlfriend, so he had to get some practice in, and he got practice with a doll, but they made it obviously look like it was a joke, like it was funny, and it went for a long time. I was like, not only is this weird, but you're still going. You know, I know he was trying to be fun. I don't know. I don't know the comedic thing about that. I don't see nothing. I just think it's weird. And there was some other situations where his neighbor, this couple that's neighbors, she's into other men and making him watch and stuff like that. And that was supposed to be fun. I don't know, like that. It was a lot of like sexual stuff like that just was not funny. And that kind of like dragged a little too long. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Maybe it's just my taste. My taste is a little different, but I don't even outside of that though, there were some moments to where when the movie was trying to be funny. Marlon Wayans is funny. It's not discrediting him, but there are some moments that he and other people had to where they was like they did something and look at y'all to see y'all gonna laugh, right? And I'm sitting there like, that wasn't really funny. It was a lot of moments like that, and I was so disappointed about it. Now, like I said, there are moments that makes me laugh and laugh really hard. But I'll put it to you this way: there's a really funny moment that happens, right? And then it's a long time of non-funny moments. And then there's a really good funny moment that happens. And then again, there's a long time of non-funny moments. So what I'm saying is there was a lot of moments where I'm sitting there like this, then I was laughing. And I don't like that when it comes to comedy. And I thought about it. I was like, maybe I got to watch the second one again because I remember the second one more than the first one. I have to watch it again to see the main reason about it. But I was disappointed because I'm like, dang, I thought this movie was funny like throughout the whole movie. But a lot of time I'm sitting there cringing and then some things just wasn't funny. I was just like, okay. But the one person that I wish had more screen time was his cousin. Bro, Ray is hilarious, bro. I rewound the movie and watched his scenes because he only has a couple scenes. And that hurts because, and actually think about it, I believe, in Haunted House 2, he only had a couple scenes. They need to give him more screen time because those moments that he was in, especially his first appearance, Ray's first appearance, made the whole movie, in my opinion. Marlon Wayans, like I said, had some good moments where I was laughing. But Ray helped me remember this movie. My goodness, his scenes is hilarious. He's playing this gangster. He has his crew around him, and while Marlon Wayans is trying to figure out this whole ghost thing, he's calling his cousin for help. And his cousin think I'm gonna try to be gangster and try to get this ghost out of here. But then you realize that he actually is terrified himself. Bro, he does that so well. I love Marlon Wayans, but his cousin carried that movie, and he was only in a couple scenes. I do like the chemistry between Marlon Wayans and his girlfriend. And the setup of bringing other horror movies together into a comedy works well. It was just the comedy aspect of something that you're looking to see didn't hit that much for me. And to other people, it might have. And, maybe that's your thing. I love comedy. Anybody who knows me knows that I laugh easily. And I laugh hard. Meaning I cry easily. So when something like this makes me feel like it says a lot for me. Because I'm like, dang, I laugh at stuff that nobody else laughs at. Like there's moments me and my wife watch stuff and I'll be sitting there cracking up. My wife's just sitting there like this. So for me to be so easily laughable, I guess, is that the word? Is that the right grammar? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. For this movie to have me sit there most of the time like this, it didn't do it for me as well. And I'm surprised because I seriously thought when I first watched Haunted House that I enjoyed it more than actually I did. And I was wrong. After seeing it again, I'm like, that's why I don't remember much. I want more Ray. Ray is hilarious. But yeah, that actor, he is underrated. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything else. I need to research. But yeah, so, and hold on, I'm curious. Oh, dang. Oh my goodness. Dang, Rotten. I mean, I don't hold Rotten Tomatoes, like what they say matters. But I ain't gonna front. I'm a little shocked here. They gave it a 10%. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I gotta watch the second one. I gotta see why I remember that one more. It had to be funnier. I watch so many movies sometimes that there's some moments I will forget outside of something that sticks, like Ray. Ray always. I haven't watched Haunted House in such a long time, 1 and 2, but I'll always remember his scenes. But yeah, that was unfortunate. My taste might be different. Y'all might be like, you know what, that was hilarious. Hey, that's your taste. It is what it is. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Day 16 is in the bag. See you 17.